All right, so I've just added this back so people can hear us, so they're not just staring at silence for the few minutes while we get everything sorted.
That's cool.
I was just looking at it, I was like, this is kind of lame not having music in the background because I couldn't get any music on it. So I was like, at least I can hear something happening, I guess. um, so I guess you were playing Call of Duty?
Yeah, so after I put him to bed, yeah.
Yeah. I had a feeling that's what you were up to.
I'm still in that other one. Am I supposed to leave this one or?
Which other one's that?
I don't
Nah, so basically the screen with the member interview, blah blah blah, will disappear in a minute once we properly start.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Going a bit more high tech tonight than normal, but if I can manage to keep it all working, it'll look really cool. Hey Mitchell, how are you? Hey
Hey,
Charlie, how
Mitchell.
are you? Hi, hey Riley, how are you? Hey Alex, and how are you? Oh shit, I forgot that I was live on YouTube too. Better bring that one up so I can see what people are saying there. My channel. Just bear with us, guys. Just getting all the stuff up so I can see any questions that pop through. All right, that looks good. Hey, there we go. Cool. The YouTube stuff and Facebook stuff all comes up on the one screen, so I can see everything. Awesome. I like this. So I've got two screens here. I've got like the laptop in front of me, which is recording everything and has the StreamYard on it. And then on the left screen, I've got YouTube and Facebook up on like I want to say 20-inch maybe, 20-inch screen.
Really? That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, so interesting. It's interesting. Um Hey Morgan on
Thanks, Riley.
YouTube. Hey RUB Figs on YouTube. Um Yeah, you can be on the Facebook one or the YouTube one. Obviously, the YouTube gives you a bit of advertisement for your channel, but whichever one works, I guess. All right, let's bring us in. So, we're a bit more high tech tonight, guys. Look, we got borders and everything. Been busy today. So I'm going to start us off a little differently today and say, where did you get that shirt from? That SmackDown shirt.
I got it from eBay.
Okay.
And anyone who watches me or who practices their matches before a actual show, you can. I wear this when I actually go over the matches with the boys.
Right. So that's kind of like your warm-up shirt, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah. I've always preferred SmackDown over Raw.
Same. The only thing I liked over what that Raw had over SmackDown was that they had the spinner title at the time, because the big gold was a bit before my time. I kind of grew up with the spinner belt, so that's the one thing I was always gutted for. But like, yeah, the roster that they had on SmackDown was, in my opinion, better than Raw by far.
Hell yeah.
Especially that era of SmackDown that logo on your shirt represents.
Yeah, that's the official referee SmackDown shirt. So
that's awesome. So what have you been up to during isolation? Obviously we're kind of coming out of ISO a little now, but what were you up to?
Working non-stop.
So you're an essential worker?
I am indeed. Unfortunately, I'm security, so
Right.
Working working a mall, duty manager is another mall, and security for a supermarket as well.
Right. So you're very busy. Obviously, you can't release which names, but you're very busy. Okay then. What about your family? Did any of them get to kind of stay home, or was everyone kind of here, there, everywhere?
No, the son's mother looked after my son when she got home from work.
Okay.
And then when she wasn't at work, I'd come home and yeah, there'd be no one there.
Bit of a sad way to come home, huh? Who's your favorite New Zealand wrestler, male and or female?
Okay, I'm going to start with a female.
I like this.
Okay, so the female for me would be Bianca. I think that's how you say her name.
Oh yes. Yep. Had to think for a second. Lily Faye.
Lily Faye, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Lily Faye is one of my favorites. She's ruthless, hardcore.
I was at the Heathens Pro, the first one, where she versed Starly. No, Tali. Why did I say Starly? And yeah, that thing was freaking ruthless.
Oh yeah.
That match.
Tell me about
it. It was crazy.
No, Tali and Lily Faye were in a Asylum Pro match, which happened to be my first ever women's match to officiate.
Right. So you know exactly what I'm talking about then, with it being ruthless.
Yes.
That's cool. What about males? Obviously, there's a lot more males to pick from.
Yes, and I've been thinking about this one all day because I think I better be careful because I am probably being watched by numerous others.
Say one wrong thing, you're no longer booked.
Yes, I've got to be very careful. So in Asylum Pro, there is quite a few numbers there.
Mm-hmm.
I would say probably, if not all of the Asylum Pro boys.
Yep.
Because I can't pick a favorite there because they're all just amazing. Now, when it comes to this person's 3-character selection, I'd have to say Jay Marshall's over Jitters.
Okay.
Jitters is just too scary. I can't be in the same room with him.
That's understandable. I'm lucky you said Jay Marshall because he's just joined in and said, yes, be very careful. Also, Calvin Rivera from overseas says to say hi to the referee.
Hi, Calvin.
So we've got some overseas people watching here on YouTube, which is kind of why I put it on, because I thought it'd be quite cool to include some more people.
Brilliant.
So Jitters is not your favorite. You'd rather Jay Marshall, just Jay Marshall.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Jitters was well, on the first ever Asylum show, I did a dark match between Robbo, the Aussie Dreamboat Smith, and I forget the other character's name. But the first official match was Jitters and his tag partner, I can never pronounce the name, Ulaga or whatever his name is. I can't never pronounce it right.
Okay.
Against Bogan Jesus and Reese Brigg.
Okay.
And no, I was talking to Jay backstage as normal, but when no one told me that there was a clown.
Are you one of those people that's scared of clowns?
Oh, no. There's scared, frightened, and then there's petrified.
Okay. Do we want to reveal which side of that scale you're on, or we'll just leave it at that?
No, I'm like way up with petrified.
Okay.
Okay. I could not talk to Jitters in that whole match. As a referee, I found it very, very difficult. And he still haunts me. Every time I see him and I have to officiate any of his matches, he torments me.
Oh man! So anytime you see the referee John, I've already forgotten how to say his last name. I apologize. John
Reginald, yeah.
Reginald, is that right?
Reginald.
My bad.
Yep.
John Reginald. Whenever you see John Reginald's refereeing jitters, you go, all right, where's the rookies? Where are they at? Put them on. I'm not doing this one.
I've been fortunate. I've been managed to skip his match a couple of times now, so I've been lucky.
That's awesome. What about overseas? Do you have a male and or female wrestler that you kind of keep up with?
Yep. Braun Strowman is one of my favorites.
Okay.
Followed closely by AJ Styles.
Right.
I'm a massive fan of him.
Cool. Is AJ Styles from kind of TNA era or WWE? Or even
a
in
bit
between?
of both. But I would even go back and go as far as AJ Styles from New Japan before TNA.
Okay.
Or no, was it the other way around?
Correct me if I'm wrong. AJ Styles is more known from his New Japan run once he left TNA, right?
Yes,
that's
right,
where
yeah.
most people would most likely know him from, because that's where Bullet Club and whatnot happened.
Yeah.
Which is why I always ask the question, which part of AJ Styles did you get into?
See, the WWE one's all right, but the New Japan one was better.
Yeah, I think the New Japan one was able to be a bit more ruthless.
Yeah.
Not saying he's not ruthless in WWE, but obviously hits can't be hits, and we won't say anything else on that to avoid upsetting people. Hey David, hey Waiheke. Don't worry guys, we're going to answer all your questions very shortly. We'll just get through these generic questions that I have here, and then I'll scroll back up and find all of your questions. So that's your male wrestler. What about female? Any females that you keep up with overseas?
Females would be what's her name? Alexa Bliss, obviously.
Okay. Yeah. Most people follow.
Yeah, just her in-ring abilities is just amazing to watch. And then obviously Beth Phoenix and Trish Stratus and Lita.
Okay. That's cool. That's awesome. What about wrestling companies? What companies do you kind of keep up with overseas? I presume you keep up with most of New Zealand, so we won't really ask you that question.
I do try and keep up with some of New Zealand. I don't get to watch all of it. I do watch SPW on their app. SPW On Demand, I think it's called.
Yep, sounds right. Someone will yell at you if you're wrong, so carry on.
yeah, I'm sure Hayden will probably tell me off.
yeah.
But no, WWE, TNA, Impact now. Yep. And I do watch a bit of AEW.
Yep. Don't worry, everyone still calls Impact TNA. It's not Impact, it's TNA.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. Did you watch this week's AEW?
Yes, I did. It was strange.
That Sammy spot. Without saying too much, just in case someone hasn't seen it yet and they'll get really mad if I mention it, that's Sammy's spot.
Yeah, I don't think he could recreate that one twice. No,
definitely not. And I don't think he'll want to recreate that twice with the headache he'll wake up with today.
Yes. Ouch.
Yeah. Again, without trying to spoil too much, because it only happened yesterday, so trying to keep it kind of not so much out there for those that haven't seen it.
Before we carry on, just in case anyone's wondering, behind me there is the Asylum referee shirt and then the unified one. So the two Christchurch ones I officiate for. Just in case.
Awesome, man. Hopefully we'll get a look at those in a couple of seconds anyway. So if Unified or Asylum gave you a call tonight and was like, hey dude, like We don't have enough wrestlers for the show this weekend. We need you in. You got to create a gimmick. You got to come up with a name. Can't be your referee name. What are we calling you? What's your gimmick? What are we doing?
Funny enough, this discussion has been had by the likes of myself.
Yeah.
And it's a running gag at some places wherever we go. And it's the same name, fortunately, as my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Which happens to be White Dynamite AR.
Yep. Awesome. And what would your kind of gimmick would that be?
See, the gimmick is something I'm still working on, but it would be sort of an Irish ass kicker in a way.
Okay. Well, surely having Dynamite in your name, you got to be doing all these explosive moves off the top rope and all that, right? Like 360 bloody flips or something.
At 36 years of age, I'm sort of wondering if that's on the cards anymore.
Or maybe your finisher can be launching someone off the top rope. That's the Dynamite part.
Yeah, that'd work.
Yeah, just throw one of the young guys off the rope. No, that's cool. All right, so now we're at the part where we begin to answer any questions, get to see a bit more of your collection than what's behind you, hopefully, if you've got anything you'd like to show. But real quick, before we carry on, I'm just going to go through the chat and find any of these questions, just so we don't get too far behind. Rowdy Pierce says, might as well start chanting "Chop the Ref." Now, this was Ruben, I believe. I'll just see if I can find it. Yep. Who's your favorite WWE referee, both past and present?
Well, I've got 3. One of which has just been released, unfortunately.
Yep.
So you've got Mike Chioda,
yep,
Earl Hebner, and Charles Robinson, which I sort of base my referee styles off.
Okay. That's cool. Do you get like really involved like Earl Hebner used to with Triple H and like punch him in the face and all that?
Not as of yet. When I first started, I was sort of meek and mild, but like Charles Robinson, and now I'm sort of branching out, trying to get, I'm a bit more authoritative, and people are noticing me more, but I'm trying to come up with a stronger ref gimmick.
Right. That's cool.
Trying.
So pretty much he's turning into the grizzly old man, huh? as your career gets older, you go from Charles Robinson as a youth all the way up to Earl Hebner. And in the end, tired of everyone's shit and just snap on them straight away. You're not listening to me?
I mean, I would have said Nick Patrick, but I've never liked that guy.
Okay, fair enough. Jizzes wants you to tell the story of when they first met. Now, is that what you kind of told us before?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Of how I first had that referee match with him.
Yeah. When I saw that question, I was like, oh, I'm sure we're talking about that right now, but just in case. Why Hickey wants to know. Oh, what was that? Sorry, I cut you off.
Not to offer a cheap plug, but that happened to be on Asylum Pro's Rise from the Ashes show.
Okay, and where can they see it?
On the Asylum Pro app.
Okay, cool. So we just type in Asylum Pro Wrestling on the Google Play Store or the the App Store.
Yeah,
it'll pop up. Cool.
And have a look on Facebook page as well. They've got all the links available on there.
Awesome. Sounds easy. Why Hickey wants to know, because I believe he missed the beginning part. Where did you get that SmackDown shirt?
From eBay. I happened to be searching referee shirts, and I noticed a SmackDown one, which was in the area that I liked. So I went and snatched it.
That's awesome. Waiheke says AJ Styles was great in Impact versus Samoa Joe and Christopher Daniels, but I would say AJ Styles in the Bullet Club is better than WWE AJ Styles, but I still follow and support AJ. I can agree with that.
Yes, I agree. AJ Styles, he's not as phenomenal from back then, but yeah, he's still worth a watch.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Waiheke also says maybe a gimmick could be that he has a controller that has magic powers and makes the wrestlers do what he wants, kind of like the movie Click.
That would be something to work on.
Yeah, good luck convincing all the wrestlers that they gotta stand still and do what you want them to do when you click.
Yeah, so me standing there trying to get Rough Guts and the Behemoth Brian to stand still. Yeah, right.
Yeah, good luck, especially with Rough Guts. He'll prove why he's Rough Guts. Chris says, I'm nearly 42, White Dynamite. Bogan Jesus is coming for you.
Oh, open challenge, is it?
Jay Marshalls asks, have you ever been in a rumble and any good steaks lately?
Oh, I trust you to bring that up. Yes, I have. The first ever
Jay, we got him
Kingdom
sweating.
match.
He's sweating. He's starting to sweat.
I am starting to sweat. I didn't think he was going to bring that up.
You don't. Anything you don't want to answer, you don't have to answer. You just move on.
No. A question's worth answered. So, it would be the first ever Fight Kingdom match or Rumble, for Asylum Pro at their first ever Fight Kingdom pay-per-view, and entrant number 14. This weird music started playing. Which, if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see me badly singing that song, "I'm Yours" by John. I can't remember his name now. Anyway, Josh Crobin, actually. Sorry.
Okay.
And they put me in the ring as an official,
right?
As an in-ring competitor, and the person who happened to turn around and go face to face with was Rough Guts Roddy Gunn.
Oh, bet that hurt.
Yeah, let's just say, as a referee, my chops that he says chop me in the ring, so I did. But unfortunately, all three of them looked like a wet fish has just slapped them in the face.
Oh, I could imagine it too. I could actually imagine it. Who is this? Wade Cooper would like to know, what is a match you would like to referee in the WWE, past or present? So pretty much a match that's happened, what would you have liked to referee?
Okay, one that's just happened, I would have loved to referee the anything with AJ Styles, basically.
Okay. So you would have loved to have maybe been the actual referee that wasn't at the Boneyard match.
Yes. Yeah. But as a past match, that's a good question. Maybe Undertaker Triple H at WrestleMania, or Stone Cold and Rock at WrestleMania.
Okay. No, that's cool. Who would you screw over in a match? Bogan Jesus or Robo?
Or Robbo, yeah.
Oh. Robbo, my bad.
Oh. Who asked this?
That would be Waiheke.
Oh, thank God, I can answer it. I suppose if the time was right, I would have to turn on Robbo.
Okay. Any explanation behind that, or just whatever came to mind first?
Being an Australian competitor, and being Irish myself, but being raised here, I would definitely have to support Bogan.
Okay, that's a fair answer. And final question before we get into seeing a bit of your stuff. Obviously, guys, keep throwing the questions through. This is cool. Waiheke asks, who would win between Hayden, the SPW referee, and yourself in a match?
Ooh.
Which is a question I believe you asked the other day. to Hayden when he
Yeah,
was
I
in.
believe this one is just thrown back at me.
Yeah.
I don't know what his level of in-ring training has been for the wrestling side, but I believe that one-on-one, no DQ, I could take him.
Okay. So you got to be able to use the weapons to take him down. You reckon? Just a normal one-on-one match, you don't really stand a chance.
Oh, okay. Let's put the DQ back on, but make it no holds barred.
Okay.
So no, you're not allowed to use weapons, but no holds are off limits.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Well, the chat's quietened down a little, so while they're a little bit quiet, let's take this chance to see whatever you wanted to show us.
Alrighty. Excuse my thumb in the camera.
No, you're good.
Alrighty, so one of my most prized possessions would have to be, obviously. Oh, hang on, I'll turn this around. Turn it around.
Get me off the screen. There we go.
There's my 2 referee shirts that I actually own.
Yep.
ECW heavyweight title belt.
Awesome.
Obviously, they're toys, so they're not.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, is that a toy one or?
Yeah, unfortunately, my belts are all toys. The official, my prized possession that I've had for many years is the 1997 Montreal Screwjob on videotape.
Okay. Wow.
The whole pay-per-view.
Okay.
I'm too scared to chuck it into a VCR because I don't want to lose it.
Yeah, no, that's understandable too.
This one is thanks to Bogan Jesus.
Oh, nice.
Signed by the Bushwhackers when they did their UCW show. And I was wearing this hat just because I like the hat, and then they just whipped it off me and signed it. Like, damn it, now I can't wear it. The belt collection that I've got, toy belts, obviously.
Yep. Nah, cool.
Obviously, the spinner.
Yep. Yep.
Let me get up here on the
stand. Wow. We got a bit.
Yeah. So there's Zack Ryder, Undertaker, there's Hogan in the corner, and Hogan in his wee car is like really old.
Yeah, I think I remember you posting that one.
Yeah, I posted that one a wee while ago because I was quite proud of that when I saw it at a second-hand dealer.
Yeah, I bet.
Obviously, AJ Styles gloves.
Nice.
I'll just put those there. Some Lucy's that I've got.
Yep.
No idea who that one is behind Austin. If anyone can tell me.
Is that Mark Henry?
I have no idea.
Any chance that you can bring him up to the screen?
Oh. No idea, but he's got
yeah, that's Mark Henry without his. That's Mark Henry without his cloth on his cloth what do you call it? Wrestling gear. I had that one as well as a kid. Yeah.
Because he's got the blood. He's obviously been cut open as a part of that character. So.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's definitely Mark Henry for you.
Who we got up the back there? I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, Ruben just said he was supposed to come with a cloth singlet, but Jack's cheaped out, so maybe that one did come without the cloth.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's interesting. Thank you for that, guys. Yeah. I appreciate that. One I've been stuck on. Don't know if you can see that one.
Is that Brutus?
Yes, it is.
Awesome.
We got at the back there.
Is that I don't know if you can see that. The green SR one?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I'm trying not to knock these over.
yeah, no, that's understandable. Don't go too hard into it.
There's
You got a
Brodus,
lot.
Clay, and Umaga.
Yep. It's awesome.
Cactus Jack.
Yep.
Bray Wyatt.
Oh, nice.
Who we got there? Neville.
Neville. Puck.
And in the corner is Droz.
Oh my god, I remember getting that figure from Farmers as a kid.
I know. I'm too scared to open him. He's staying as he is.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
That's and
awesome.
My favorite front, starting with obviously AJ.
Yep.
Alexa Bliss.
Awesome.
Ronda Rousey.
Cool.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention her in the video before. Becky Lynch is also one of my favorites.
Okay.
CM Punk.
CM Punk. I remember you posting that one. That's cool.
Some wee Lucy's.
Now, what are these? I have seen them before, but what are they?
They are from a wrestling book / play mat kind of thing.
Okay.
$4 from the warehouse.
Right. Well, when we got a drought of stuff in New Zealand, you might as well, right?
Yeah. Chris Miles and his partner Melissa went to Australia and brought these back for me.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
They're actually this die-cast metal figurines.
Yeah. They're awesome.
Oh yeah, obviously that's from. I don't know if you can see it because of the light.
Which game did that come with? I can't even remember.
2K20.
It was 20. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, so you got the Oh no, 20 is not the one with the Hall of Fame ring. I was going to say you got the Hall of Fame ring and all that jazz.
No. Right now I'll give you a quick skiz of my wrestling DVDs. Excuse the mess around the way.
No, you're good.
My New Zealand collection, which I need to build a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
That's CPW, that one.
Awesome. Were you involved in Mitchell Mania at all, or were you just a fan for that one?
Just a fan for that one. I didn't watch it, but I bought the DVD.
Yep. No, that's cool.
Hughes Academy Best of 2014. I managed to secure that one.
Okay.
And then there's those ones.
Yep. Oh yeah, wow. No, you're good.
That's the Blu-rays.
Is that an ECW at the very top there on the left?
Whereabouts?
Or am I blind? Right up the top. No, Jericho. I'm just blind. I've even got my glasses on.
I've got Slam City episodes 1 to 26.
Mm-hmm.
Scooby-Doo WrestleMania.
Hey, that was actually really good. I enjoyed that when I watched it.
It was. Hogan Still Rules.
Okay.
Extreme Rules ECW. That's the newer one. That was a little bit more interesting.
Yep.
Move those out of the way.
Now that you got an awesome DVD collection there. Very, very wide range of different things.
There's more.
See a sneaky Undertaker DVD at the bottom there?
Yep. Tombstone one, yeah.
The Rise and Fall.
And somebody said you can't get a Kane one. I said, no, you can.
Is it a bit harder to find or something?
It is, yeah. And then in the back there, starting just from the Rock, there's those. And then my favorite WrestleMania was the one in the Silver Dome with Austin versus Rock and the McMahon turn, but also the gimmick battle.
That is awesome.
And outside of wrestling,
there
is UFC.
Oh yeah, what do we got here? Weidman Silver. Oh, Is that when Ronda Rousey got knocked out by Holly Holm?
It is indeed.
Oh,
Your last ever
yeah,
match.
Chuck Liddell. Oh, yeah, you got some good DVDs there.
And to top the UFC collection off, I got 2 pairs of official UFC fight gloves.
Oh, nice. Are they signed or they're just there?
Just there.
Okay, that's still cool though. That's really cool.
And then the rest of the wrestling collection.
Okay. Just no room to put them up on the shelf.
No, I took them off so you could see the back ones.
That makes sense. I appreciate that. Is that the Thy Kingdom Come Triple H DVD at the top?
It is, and unfortunately, I have 2 of them.
Oh, do you now?
I do.
Well, I'm gonna message you after this.
And I have 2 of, I think it's up there somewhere, is Backlash.
Okay.
That one there.
Okay.
With
No, the only reason I was asking is because that Thy Kingdom Come was like one of the first wrestling documentaries I watched, and like to this day I still go back and try and watch it every now and then. It was a really good doco.
Yeah, well, message me after here and we'll sort something out.
Sounds good.
And then TNA, a couple of those. I like the hardcore.
Yeah,
one
I got TNA Slammiversary sitting here.
I own majority of the ECW / One Night Stand DVDs.
Okay. Oh wow, that's awesome.
And original ECW.
Oh wow.
That's
crazy.
Original. Now this one here.
Wrestling's most incredible case.
Yep.
How
the first ever match that got me into wrestling was a friend of mine called Adam Whiffen, who when I was younger showed me the steel cage match between Bret Hart and Owen Hart.
All right.
And that's the only reason I got that DVD, is because it's the first match he ever showed me, and I wanted to obscure it.
No, that's fair enough too. I do not blame you there. If I could probably find the match that got me into wrestling on DVD, I probably would, but because it was on a Monday Night Raw, there's no way in hell I'll ever find it on DVD.
Cyber Sundays, I've got a lot of those.
Yeah, I got one sitting in my room somewhere, I think. Somewhere, if I could even find it.
War Games, the WCW version.
Okay.
Made by WWE.
Yep.
What else we got? Raw 25 and the greatest Royal Rumble ever.
Oh yeah. That Seth Rollins came with the 2K18.
2K18, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember.
That Ric Flair has his last match in WWE.
Oh wow.
With Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania.
Yep. I remember that one. That was actually, that WrestleMania was the first pay-per-view we had brought on Sky, so it was the first one I was actually able to watch live.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Back when Sky was the only way to watch it.
And then, oh my God, top 50 moments in WWE and also the WCW one.
Oh wow.
And
you definitely got a lot. Oh yes.
Of Edge, I had to get that.
Yeah.
ECW.
Awesome.
The ECW one I want to get rid of because I hate it.
The ECW one.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it.
Oh man, that was probably one of my favorite DVDs as a kid. No, that's cool. That's cool. All right. Let's bring me back.
Sorry, there is quite a bit in there.
That's awesome. Put all that back on. Cool. No, that's awesome. Thanks for showing us that. Waiheke wants to know, what does your immediate family think of your collection?
They hate it.
It looks like it's out in the lounge there as well, so they kind of can't escape from it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, whoops! I forgot one.
You forgot one? That's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh, you got the Rey Mysterio autograph from it.
Yeah, I did an unboxing video, and on the video I says, because that was WW 2K20, I says, I really hope I got Ray. I did it so I couldn't see what it is and showed them on the video.
Yeah.
And then turned it around and was just overjoyed. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And Gay 18. Signed by John Cena.
Yeah, you're lucky you didn't get Edge in 2K20. Most of them weren't even signed. He put up a thing on his Twitter. I'm not sure if you've seen it. Basically, if you get his one, send it to the Performance Center and he'll sign it for you and pay for it to get back to you.
Oh wow! I'm glad I didn't get that one.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know what happened here.
Yeah, I don't know. Waiheke says, how would you wait, what? How would you react if your children were to go after your figure collection to play with?
The Lucy's, I don't mind them playing with.
Okay.
My son is well aware that the packet ones are off limits.
You've had a discussion about what the punishment is if he ever touches them.
Oh yes, we have.
Jay says, been looking for that cane. Great score.
Yes, it was very, very hard to come by that one, so I'm grateful.
Yeah. Waiheke also asks, have you brought all of your wrestling DVDs from the warehouse?
No.
No?
Some of them were eBay, some of them were Trade Me.
Okay.
And JB Hi-Fi. Both Dunedin
JB Hi-Fi is a really good place for it. It's like really underrated, their collection of DVDs. Specifically like USA DVDs.
Yeah, and it's the only reason I go to Westfield and here in Christchurch is for JB Hi-Fi for that reason.
You still have JB Hi-Fi down there? It closed down.
Yeah, we've got JB Hi-Fi. No, we got JB Hi-Fi in Riccarton.
Oh wow, yeah, closed. The local one to me. Actually, all the kind of local ones to me all closed down.
What?
Yeah. The closest one for me is I think hour and 20 maybe. Ish.
Wow.
Around about. And they used to be like 25 minutes. What has been your favorite match that you've refereed to date?
Oh.
And if that's too hard to answer, then do like your top 3 in no specific order.
Okay, that makes it a bit easier then.
It always does.
Number 1 would have to be Taylor Adams versus Spartan Black.
Okay.
At the Adams versus Black Asylum house show.
Okay.
Where I inadvertently got put over by Taylor Adams.
How does the referee get put over in a match?
He just sort of, I told the guys, look, Spartan Black told me, quieten the crowd down, I can't focus. So I told the crowd, keep cheering. And all of a sudden they start cheering my name. Adams came over, grabbed me and just lifted my arms up and did the WrestleMania moment.
Jeez.
Yeah, sorry, Matt Williams.
The referee's getting himself over.
Inadvertently, I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
The second match would have to be, well, there's quite a number of them because I've had the pleasure of any Asylum match with Will Power.
Okay.
I've fortunately been the officiator for it. Well, all of his ones for Asylum. Incredible talent.
Hmm.
Um, and I have had many very good matches with him. Especially the last match where there was a bit of a turn where Ben Wolf did
Okay.
that side.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that was a good match. But number 3 would have to be my first ever women's match I officiated.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Lily Faye and Tarly. It was just absolute, not to quote AJ Styles, but it was phenomenal.
Yeah. No, I can't argue. Like, when I went to the Heathens show, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really know many people on that card at all. I just went because Mitchell was going, so I was like, okay, well, I got to ride there, so I can go then. Um, and yeah, I walked away and I was like, holy fuck, I got to keep up with these guys. Who are they? And
And
excuse that
especially,
little plunder of swearing there, but it's the only way I can really describe it. It was just like a holy what the heck?
yeah, exactly. I mean, even Justice Sharp, he's always a fun one to watch. You just never
Yeah,
know what kind of antics is going to happen.
yeah. You'll he's the one that wears the like gold kind of attire, right? And his blonde hair.
Yeah, and throws gold glitter everywhere with his tag
Yeah,
partner,
yeah.
Kai Solomon.
Yeah, like when I saw him, I was like, "What? Who's this guy?" And then, like, yeah, he definitely grew on me.
No, he outstanding guys, both of them really. I mean, I've officiated for both of them in singles matches, and you know, I have nothing bad to say about them.
Yeah, that seems to be the thing about a lot of the wrestlers from kind of down your guys' way. Um, Things are a lot more relaxed, I guess, so to speak.
Yeah.
So what made you decide you wanted to be a referee? Because most people want to be a wrestler, not a referee.
Oh, see, when I was brought into wrestling, all of a sudden I had a fascination with why did the referee do that? I saw
Mm,
that. What the hell did he do?
yeah,
And then I just fell in love with what the referees were doing, and sort of I did watch the matches, but most of the time I studied the referees.
right.
Um, just how they went about officiating the matches and taking referee bumps was always something I loved. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just the referee side called to me stronger than the wrestling side.
Okay. Now, like it's always interesting hearing that point of view because, like I said, like a lot of people, they don't want to be a referee, they don't want to be a manager, they want to be the wrestler. They want all the eyes on them. So to actually understand why some people
Yeah,
go, actually, you know what, don't want to be a wrestler, I want to be a ref. It's actually quite interesting for me anyway. I don't know about
yeah,
other people. They might be going,
yeah.
oh, why do you keep asking
And
that
it's
question? I
not,
don't care.
and it's not the easiest thing in the world either. It's
No,
not as easy as people think.
no,
There is a lot of training. Like you actually have to train as a wrestler to learn ring awareness, how to take a bump
yeah,
properly,
yeah,
and basically just stay out of the way.
yeah. I could imagine. Um, Waihiki asks, what was your first ever wrestling figure you remember receiving?
Oh, my first ever one. Um,
And if you can't
was
remember your
Owen
first ever one, it would be your most recent memory of one, I guess.
was Owen Hart when I was younger.
Okay, okay.
I had no idea where that went.
It's
My
like a
younger
lot of
brother,
our
when we were,
early ones.
yeah, no, my younger brother, when we were kids, took most of my action figures, like all of my Transformers, he sold for $1 to get a pie. And they were the classic
Yeah,
Transformers, not the modern day ones. Um,
yeah.
and I have a funny feeling some of my wrestling figures went away then, but my first ever one was Owen Hart.
Okay. That's cool. Do you know if it was like Hasbro or?
No idea. I just fell in love with it straight away.
No, that's cool. Chris says the referee is the most important part of the match.
Yeah, I agree with that. The boys can put on an awesome wrestling match, but at the end of the day, we are the aficionados. We call it down the middle, or do a screw job if we get called to.
Have you done one yet? Have you done a screwy thing yet?
No, but I've got a couple of people in mind that I want to do it to, but I won't get into that just yet in case they are watching.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. What is your favorite wrestling line of figures? LGNs, Hasbro's, Jakks, Mattel's, something else.
Hasbro's and Jakks have always had a good line. The current line now, I wouldn't say are absolute the best.
Okay. And why do you think that is? Are you more of like a kind of old school type collector, or just don't like how the figures look or feel, or?
Some of the new ones aren't too bad, like Braun Strowman ones. They're not too bad. I don't know where he's gone. I think he's up there somewhere. He's probably hiding amongst everything else. He's probably that one that I couldn't see up the back there. He's hiding in a box.
Yeah.
But I do like the older style because of the paint work and the detail in each figurine was just incredible.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
No pun.
That incredible. Makes sense. So what's your favorite Jakks figure that you've seen? Not necessarily that you've owned, but that you've seen.
Don't know. That's a really hard question. I can't answer that one.
Okay. What about one that you've owned then? Do you have kind of favorite that you've owned?
Owen Hart was my favorite.
Okay. I had a feeling that's where we were going with that. How did you get involved in Asylum Pro Wrestling?
Oh, that's a good question. Did anyone ask that or just you? It was funny enough. I was at work doing security for the Palm shopping centre here. Same company, but just an old mall because we changed malls. I happened to be working with Bogan Jesus' partner, and I says to her, I'm the biggest wrestling fan. I know heaps about it, and I just wouldn't shut up. She goes,
yeah,
leave me for a minute, and she leaves the room, makes a phone call, comes back, and in walks Bogan Jesus.
All right.
And says, and he put me in my place and told me, no, you're not the biggest wrestling fan ever, because I am. And he gave me a chop to the chest. Argument. Yeah, I undid my tie, undid my buttons, and he gave me a chop. And the handprint was there for 5 days.
Oh, wow.
And we were talking for about, a good couple of hours. And they told me, look, do you want to come along to some training?
Yeah.
And ever since then, that's when I first met Aaron Hasty and Matt Williams and all the boys. Just to Sharp and Kai Solomon, Morgan Drake, all those boys.
Yep.
All the originals of Asylum. And I told them I wanted to be a referee. But something in them, they seem to see something in me that thinks maybe I could be a wrestler at some point.
Okay.
So we'll see how that side goes. But at the meantime, I'm loving being a referee.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's cool. What was your reaction kind of when they said that they could kind of see something in you as a wrestler?
For me personally, I do love training to be a wrestler.
Okay.
But my heart is set on being a referee. But at some stage, I would like a taste of the pie, if you want to call it.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I'd like to like have a pair
one
of
thing
boots.
I'd always thought about is if I was ever gonna like try and become a wrestler, I was gonna do the whole referee route and try and work my way into a storyline from being a referee. So it was like the referee
Yeah,
kind of being sick of being pushed around and not listened to, and he just snaps on someone, and then that's how I get into a match. That's always how
yeah,
I kind of fantasy booked my way of becoming a wrestler if I was ever going to become one. Obviously,
yeah.
I have no interest in being one right now. I enjoy being a fan. Um, but yeah, that's what
But
I'd
yeah,
always thought of anyway.
no, but I mean, they got me into the referee side, and on the first ever show that they had, out of all the Asylum boys, I was the first one on the show,
Right.
due to being a referee. So, yeah, it was a bit of an honour to be the first to represent out of the trainees,
Yeah.
Asylum.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. David wants to know, do you have any future grails that you are after for your collection?
I would love an Owen Hart if anyone's got it,
Just
an
any
original
old
Owen
heart.
Hart. Any Owen Hart, but if possible, an original Owen Hart. It's something my heart, I need it back. It's not
Yeah,
complete without it.
I get that. I get that. Riley wants to know, do you have any words for aspiring referees?
Oh, yes.
Deep in the
So,
feels right here.
so not to steal the lines from Chris Ferguson, Hayden. I can't remember his last name again. Sorry,
Hayden Brown?
Hayden from this. Yeah, that's it. Yep. Not to steal the words from them, but be passionate about it.
Yep.
Be authoritative. You are the authority in the ring.
Yeah.
The other thing is, don't be afraid to back the call you've made.
Yep.
So if a wrestler, you know how the match is going, and a wrestler doesn't kick out, don't hesitate to go, oh, wait, that's not supposed to be the finish. Just let it go.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's not on the referee, it's on the wrestler.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. That's one of my pet peeves, especially like trying to think of one of recent memory. Oh, Johnny Gargano and Ciampa, the last one that they had with the
Yes.
crowd. I can't even remember when that was. That really good referee is counting the 1, 2, 3, and before the 3 he just froze because obviously whoever it was that was meant to kick out was like literally waiting for the last second to kick out, and he just froze and like I hate it when they do that. Just freeze. It's like no, just count it. If they can't kick out, that's their problem.
Yeah. I mean, if you watch from when I first started, I was a wee bit like that on that
Yeah.
first show, but
And I
over
think everyone's
time,
going to be like that to begin.
yeah. I mean, but now, I've sort of perfected my slide into the actual pinfall.
Yes.
So I slide in to do the count now. I take pride in perfecting that.
Yeah. No, I get that. I totally get that. But no, those are some good words.
One last thing.
Yep, carry on.
As a referee, don't wear white socks under black trousers. It looks pathetic. So many referees I've seen would do it, and it's just annoying.
Yeah, because I guess especially when you start moving really quickly, all suddenly goes black, white, and then probably black because you're wearing shoes again, right?
Yeah, that's right.
David wants to know favorite legend from any era if it hasn't been asked and why.
Oh, favorite legend. Oh, that's interesting. See, I would probably have to say Owen Hart. I'm sorry, but
Yeah. No, you're fine. Why? Why Owen Hart?
Owen Hart has, unlike his brother was amazing as a wrestler. Don't get me wrong. I'm not discounting his efforts and his talent, but Owen Hart had more of a true feel behind it. Like you felt the emotion behind his wrestling.
Yeah.
He wore his heart on his sleeve when he was wrestling. in any documentaries or anything, you felt it felt legitimate, basically.
Yeah. No, I get that. Real quick, we're going to take a quick 5-second break. So if you need to get a drink or anything, by all means, go grab it. Guys, if you're looking for a Wrestling Collectibles New Zealand shirt or hoodie, get in touch with me ASAP. We've currently hit our minimum order, so we're just waiting for payments to come in. But if you're wanting yourself either a t-shirt or a hoodie, please get in touch with me as soon as possible. Again, this is John's social medias, his YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So if you want to keep up with him and what he's doing, please follow any of those. All right, back to it. Just a quick little intermission there.
I'm loving those shirts, man. I really want the hoodie myself.
Yeah, get one. Just get one. I'm not making any profit on them at all. It's just whatever they've charged me, basically.
Cool.
Who's this? This would be Chris. Says I brought the title belt in to show you.
Yes, you did. Yes. It was a APW tag title belt.
Okay. And he's also said to ask John how his very first time with me got in the ring and memory attached to that. I have the photos. Can I please get private message these photos, Chris, so I can put them up on the screen?
It was amazing. That guy is considered a brother of mine.
Yep.
And when to watch him in the UCW show, being invited because it was just before a couple of days before my birthday, and it was an early birthday present from him. And I got to watch Bogan wrestle live, front row. So but then actually a few months later to officiate his match, I was sort of blown away.
Yes.
As a wrestling fan and, appreciating everything Bogan does was,
it
was something special.
No, I get that. I totally get that. Yeah,
and
that's similar to when I
asked kicker as well. So he's one to watch as well. He's really good.
Yeah. Waiheke wants to know, do you find yourself a different wrestling fan now than before you became a referee?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Before I was a referee, I would say that I was just a wrestling fan. I like to watch the referees. I like to, watch good matches every now and then. But now, as a referee, understanding how a match gets put together.
Yes.
The logistics of how a referee operates in the ring. The annoying thing is now, as a referee, I actually go, "Hey, that wasn't meant to happen. What the hell?"
Stop going into business for yourself here, mate. No, I get that. Also, I forgot to show you before. This is that DVD I was talking about that I've got sitting next to me.
Yes. That's a good one, that one. The first ever King of the Mountain one, I think it was.
I believe it was, yes. The King of the Mountain TNA World Title match. Mick Foley, Kurt Angle, Jeff Jarrett, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe. It's a good card. I enjoyed it. Have you had to stop a match due to injury? That was asked by Grant. Ooh, are you there? We're frozen. What's happened? Uh-oh. What's happened here? Let's message him real quick. Just real quick here, guys. Again, here's his social medias if you're wanting to check him out on anything. I'll just quickly send him a message and find out what happened. Oh, he's popped back. We're working again.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, no, that was weird. You just froze.
Yeah, something happened. I don't know what's happened there. Sorry about that.
No, you're cool. You're cool. Grant would like to know, have you ever had to stop a match due to injury?
No. I have been in 2 hardcore matches where Mikey Wyatt got in a predicament where I thought he may have been injured. So I've done the old, to those who aren't familiar, the referee check without checking, if you get what I mean. The referee Iggy, as we like to call it. But yeah, there was a couple of times in those matches that I thought, no, I'm going to have to stop it soon if he doesn't give me some sort of signal that he's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so kind of tagging on to that question, when do you kind of decide enough is enough?
If a wrestler isn't coherent enough to carry on, or to a point where I can see an injury is not as bad as it looks, but if it takes any more shots, then it could be harmful to their career.
Yeah, no, that's I get that. Yeah, there's been so many wrestlers that, like, especially like if you look at Gargano and Ciampa, like the stuff that they put themselves through, then they're injured for the next 6 months. You know, they can't carry on. They're injured.
Yeah, I mean, without knowing how a referee checks, I never knew what the referee was doing when he got to the ground.
Yeah. Is that the little squeeze?
Now, is the referee Iggy.
Yeah.
Where we do a secret signal, and if we don't get it back, then we make a split decision.
Yeah.
And I dread the day that I have to throw up the big X.
Yes.
I dread that day. It will come eventually.
Any official would dread it. You'd be kind of a bit sick if you were saying, "Oh, I can't wait to do this," you know, because those people, you know them as the character, and you probably know them as a person too. So to have to do this would just be horrible.
Oh yeah, and then hopefully it's a day that I don't do it at someone that I know personally as well.
Let it be an Aussie import or something, then it doesn't matter so much.
So maybe on Robo.
Yeah, exactly. When you do your screw job on them. Oh, you're right. What other New Zealand promotions would you like to ref a show for, if any?
Number 1 would be SPW.
Okay. Is that just because they're kind of close?
Not just that, but also the caliber of the shows that they're putting on as well. I would love to have any match. I don't care what match, even if it's just a 30-second match, just one match on the Southern Rumble card.
Okay.
Even a 30-second match, I'd be set for life. I'd be like, yep, that's me.
They had the Gino and Mulcar match then at the last one. That was only about 30 seconds. The entrances were longer.
Maybe IPW.
Yeah.
Okay. I have had the pleasure of doing CPW's December show, which Jay was talking about on the top of the layer or top layer card show he did just recently.
Oh yes, yeah.
I was that referee that he got behind and used my hands to slap 2 other wrestlers. So yeah, that was a pleasure, being first time in Wellington and actually having to referee some matches. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. Riley wants to know, do you have any referees that you look up to, or did you have any referees that you looked up to in the past?
Are we talking New Zealand wide or?
I'm not sure. Shall we wait for him to answer that come back to that question before we answer that then? I think
I'll
that'll
do a
be good.
two-parter. I'll do a two-parter. I'll do overseas and Kiwis. So overseas, it would be, as I said at the start, Earl Hebner, Charles Robertson, and Mike Kyoto.
Yes.
New Zealand would be Chris Ferguson, who I've had the pleasure of working alongside with. And the other, I can't remember his name now, the first referee on the first show that did a couple of shows with us while I started out.
Yeah.
And I've just recently been talking to one of, can't remember his name now. He did the Heathen Combat shows.
Finn.
Finn, yeah. I've had a few talks with him. And I'd love to work alongside him. So to get feedback from him and Chris has been amazing.
Yeah, that's cool. Do the referees like I know that like some like promotions have like little group chats. Do like the New Zealand referees have like a group chat that they kind of just talk in, or because there's not that many referees in New Zealand?
No, I don't think there is very many. I think the majority of them have broken out and gone to wrestling, but
yeah,
as far as I'm aware, I don't think there is a referee chat.
Okay, maybe it's something you gotta set up.
The caliber of it yet.
Yeah, they're like, shh, Matt, stop telling him. We don't want him to know. He's not there yet. If you could be a part of the second series of WWE Legends House, which 7 other living legends would you like to share the reality show with? Oh, that's a good question.
Oh, dude. Let me guess, that's from Waiheke?
Yes, it sure is.
Oh, man.
And we thought Jay was going to give you the sweating questions. Look at you go with this one.
Oh, Jesus, I'm going to need a towel after this one. No pun intended. I would say Hogan. If Owen was alive, Owen.
Oh, he said living ones only.
Oh, you take it away. Okay, we'll go Brett since Owen's not around. Jerry the King Lawler.
Okay.
My favorite commentator of all time, JR. Good old JR. Yep. Ooh, legends. Jake the Snake Roberts.
Okay.
Who else we got?
2 more.
Who else is still alive? Mick Foley. Gotta have Mick Foley.
The Bushwhackers.
Okay, the Bushwhackers.
You're welcome. I can see you struggling.
I was struggling on that last two.
So to kind of tee onto that, have you seen Legends House?
Yes, I have. I was a big fan of it.
Do you think they should do a second one, or should just leave it where it was?
No, I think they should do a second one, but do it a wee bit better. The other one felt a bit scripted.
Yeah, so my biggest issue with the last one was it was okay. I'm okay. Before I say this, I'm not trying to sound disrespectful when I say this, guys. All right, it's just the easiest way to describe it. It kind of sounded like, or it kind of felt like Total Divas with old people. That's the vibe I got from it, and it's like, for me, those guys wouldn't realistically be dealing with most of those like not personal issues, but like issues to that extent, and worrying about airing it on TV like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like at that age, and if they are, it's kind of a little sad. But you know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Because like obviously Total Divas, the whole point of it is drama, everyone bloody bitching at each other and bringing up stupid shit just to get a buzz off of it.
Yeah.
Whereas like Legends House, yeah, I don't know. It was cool. I don't get me wrong, I enjoyed every minute of it. But I just think like especially with some of the ages of those guys, man, their blood pressure didn't need to rise that high. You know,
No.
over silly things as well. Chris says John loves Jitters the clown.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Hayden Brown is tuned in. Hey Hayden, and he said not a fun time. ... So I presume that was something you were talking about earlier.
Yeah. I have no idea what. Hey
Yeah.
Hayden, how are you, man?
David says, got to keep this question. Don't know what you're talking about there, David. I apologize. Who are some New Zealand talent that haven't been in Asylum Pro Wrestling that you would like to see in Asylum Pro Wrestling?
Oh, if he is still the current LIPW champion, I'd like to see him.
Yep, Jamie Tangata
Yep.
Ese. Oh,
Yep.
Hayden was talking about injuries. When we were talking about all that injury stuff, not a fun time.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, I don't. I haven't had the fortunate task of having an injury for a wrestler yet in the match. So,
yeah.
What was the question again?
Who would be some New Zealand talent that you would like to see in Asylum Pro Wrestling that haven't been there already?
So Jamie, Will Power's last tag partner where he won the belts with,
Hammer,
yep.
or the Human Love Machine.
Oh yes, the Human Love Machine. We've had the Human Hate Machine.
Okay, so they need the sequel.
Yes, yeah. We've had Detention. We've had the Cutter. Who else can we have? Or any other female wrestlers?
Cool. This is a good segue into my next question. You're done.
Candy Lee and Grace Lightning we've had.
Yep.
I think I'm still learning the female scene because I'm not 100% sure on who's out there.
Yes. So to kind of segue into my next question then, which again wasn't scripted here, guys, it just worked out. What do you think is going wrong with women's wrestling in New Zealand, considering it's so hard to really get women into the wrestling?
Don't know. Is it being perceived as too much of a man sport at the moment, or I have no idea. I mean, that is one thing that is concerning me. Is I would like to see more females actually take part.
Yeah.
Because the New Zealand females wrestling scene could be huge.
I agree.
We just don't have enough star power.
Yeah, I agree. It's just gone from my head what I was going to say. No, it's gone. It's well and truly gone, that one. David was talking about the Legends House. I see he's going to keep that question for someone else, I guess. Hayden's thing was for the X signal, so obviously Hayden's unfortunately had to do that.
No.
And Riley also said Hammer has retired.
Oh,
so that's
no.
Will Power's old partner.
Yep.
But unfortunate, but hey, you can understand why, I guess.
Yep. Someone who's not on the Asylum shows anymore, but was on our first show, which I happened to be the official for, was the Cruisermates.
Ah, yes.
I'd like to see them back as a tag team if that was to ever happen again, because they were just fun to be officiating for.
Yeah,
Trying to keep a straight face with their antics is a mission in itself.
Oh, I could imagine. I remember what I was going to say. So kind of teeing back to our women's question just before, I think especially if you go and look at the demographic of this group, it would be like 90% males to 10% females, and that might even be being generous.
Yeah.
So it's like how many women are actually interested in wrestling in New Zealand, and then it's trying to convince those ones that are interested in it, that are fans, to step in the ring.
Yeah, but you never know. There might be some that are actually in training that we don't know about yet.
Oh, exactly, and I hope so. But yeah, I just know that unfortunately with IPW we get like a women's match every 3 months now because what's going to be Candy Lee versus Brittany every time.
Yeah, and there's only going to be so much that you can see with that.
Exactly. And then you bring in someone like, for example, Kellyanne, like they did, and that's cool. But then once her thing's done, it's like, okay, cool, back to Brittany, or back to Grace Lightning, or when she was here, back to Ashley Spencer. That's how small the roster is at the minute.
Yeah, I mean, and let's not forget about Lily Faye. And I mean, I know Charlie's overseas, but over the ditch. But I mean, Lily Faye is one to watch.
Yeah.
I mean,
so who do we actually have woman-wise in New Zealand? We got, and I mean actually in New Zealand, we got Candy Lee, we got Grace Lightning, Lily Faye, Brittany, who's kind of not even really wrestling, but we'll include her anyway. So that's 4 people.
That's about as far as my knowledge with the female wrestlers. So if there's any more, then help me out.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a bit sad. It'd be awesome to see even SPW get like 3 women, 3 women from around that area. So at least starting something. Don't necessarily need a title, especially since they're now partnered up with IPW. They can kind of share that women's title that IPW has and go from there, I guess.
You never know.
There's no woman kind of from the Christchurch area.
No, I don't know. I know there might be some in training somewhere up here. We're not sure about, but
yeah. Yeah, it's a shame. It really is a shame. Final question from me that I'd kind of prepared beforehand. If UCW or Asylum was like, hey, we need to get a massive boost on our next show, which overseas talent do we bring in for a meet and greet? Who would you like to see come in? It can be a legend. It can be someone who's not with WWE because obviously WWE doesn't let their talent go anywhere else. It can be New Japan, AEW, MCW, somewhere in China, somewhere in Japan, anywhere. Just no one from WWE, obviously.
Sounds strange, but either CM Punk or Daniel Bryan.
Okay. And obviously, Daniel Bryan, you can't because he's still signed with WWE.
Yeah, so unfortunately, he's out. But maybe someone from New Japan.
Okay. Who would you kind of like to see come down? And it's not even necessarily for a match, it's more just the meet and greet side of things here.
I can't remember the guy's name. I was watching a documentary the last few days about him, where he did a show in North Korea, and he was the main eventer against Ric Flair.
I know what you're talking about, actually. I'm going to Google it.
I just can't think of the guy's name. And he was a descendant. He was under one of the top New Japan Pro Wrestler guys.
Yeah.
It was like him and then 3 others in the next tier. And he was first in that second tier. Antonio something, I think. He would be a huge fit.
What's his name? I know who you're meaning now. I'm just trying to find it. I'm on Google. Antonio Inoki.
That's it. Yep. That's it.
I didn't want to pronounce his name wrong, so I had to wait till I found it. And just like that, someone puts his last name in the chat. Ruben. Just as I finished struggling to find him. Oh, now
Yeah,
Riley Pierce. Yeah, we get it, guys. We're dumb. You know everything about wrestling. We're dumb. Yeah, that would be
I'm
interesting,
nearly.
especially if you can get him down with like that draw of, hey, he wrestled in North Korea.
Yeah, I mean, okay, let's not mention the North Korea because he was the only one the crowd cheered for because it was a forced a forced crowd, if you want to call it, because back then they had a famine going on, so the crowd were, I don't know, a huge controversy on that whole thing.
Yeah, yeah. And who was it? One of the wrestlers got dragged out of their hotel room, didn't they? Because they were on the
Yeah,
phone saying how weird it is, and they're being forced to do all this stuff, and he got dragged
and
out of
his
his hotel room and interviewed or something.
yeah, because his wife, he was on the phone to his wife, and his wife
Yeah,
accused him of having a party and stuff, and he says, "No, you can't do that in this hole."
yeah,
And conversation stopped, and he's dragged out.
yeah. That's right. Um, Waiheke says, have you mentioned Frankie Quinn as a New Zealand female wrestler, and Miss Rivers has been in the ring as well, hasn't she? Sometimes Sabrina, the shooter the shooter Shane Sinclair's, that's a tongue twister. Valet can wrestle as well. Also Tabithia and Misty. So okay, at best we got 10. At best we got
Okay,
10.
Misty, is she the one that used to wear blue quite often and quite often lose the outer, like her wrestling gear, and just wrestle in a bra and stuff?
Are you thinking about the one that used to be at UCW?
Yeah,
Kind of like a UFC kind of vibe.
yeah, and she was in the CPW Rumble.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if she's still wrestling. I haven't seen or heard anything of her for ages. Last time I heard of her was either the Maniacs or Women's Show, which I don't know if they'd ever be able to do that again because of how little women there are now.
Yeah,
Or if that was, or if this was before that, no, after that, sorry, the UCW Wrestle Fest show, whatever it was that Doherty promised.
oh, throwback. Since you said Maniacs, I'd like to at some stage officiate at least one match in Maniacs and Hughes.
Okay. Okay. Kirby and Maniacs also. Ruben asked, is JPE still around, even though her matches feature one bump at most? I don't know if she still wrestles. I don't think she wrestles anymore. Um, I don't know. Kirby, that's her tag partner. I know she still wrestles. Yeah, I forgot about her.
Yeah, I
um,
have no idea.
okay, so there is a few in New Zealand. It's just they obviously stick within their federation.
I think we need to branch that out though, and have more of a lose the branch. Don't lose the roots, but lose the tie to the branch.
Yeah, no, I get that. I've been saying that for ages about some. Actually, now that you remind me, why heck, yeah, there is a few maniacs. I've been saying, especially because they're in Auckland. Why aren't they on the IPW shows as well?
Yeah,
You know. But yeah, as I'm sure you understand, there's a few politics. I won't say much on here, but yeah, there's apparently a few politics from what I've heard.
it's the wrestling world. Um, it's like the security world or car manufacturers. You know, you're gonna
Like
get
any world.
yeah, you're gonna get it no matter where you go. So
Yep,
it's
it's
life.
just unfortunately some places you get it more than others.
It's life, though. You know, as a referee, my main goal is to hopefully be as big as Mike Kyoto or Hebner one day.
Yep.
That's my goal. I have no other desire to do anything, you know, or I don't know.
Do you want to referee overseas, or do you want to stay in the New Zealand scene and keep that growing?
I'd like to stay in New Zealand and keep that growing.
Okay, that's cool. So one day you're going to be the Earl Hebner of New Zealand refereeing.
I'm hoping. That's the ultimate goal.
Hope so too. Then hope you can hit that dream. Yeah. Any other questions here, guys, before we kind of wrap it up, because the chat's gone a bit quiet on us. Real quickly. If you haven't already, guys, here's John's social medias. He's got YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Go have a look at them. And again, if you want a t-shirt, you want a hoodie, hit us up. You're not really helping me out. I'm not making any money on it, but you're helping New Zealand Print Me Out, who is a member of the New Zealand wrestling community. So they're giving us a solid price for going through them and being wrestling fans ourselves. So yeah, help out a small business and help us get obviously the logo out there, because that would be cool. Got a comment. Hey, that's a good question. Who was that? Grant, have you used a wrestling hold in your security job? And I'm not allowing you to include a chicken wing or a headlock.
Oh, I have done an arm hold, the traditional security arm hold with the arm behind the back.
Is that like this one? So you can see that.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. The traditional one, the one everyone does.
Yeah.
I would like to say I put someone in the crippler crossface, but that's never happened.
Have you ever thought, you know what? I'm just going to pick this guy up and tombstone him?
Oh, yes. During this lockdown, doing more security for more on complete lockdown in the centre of town, Christchurch, plus doing security at the lineup of the supermarket. There's countless times I've dreamt about it.
I could imagine.
Or just giving someone a good old chat.
Yeah, Ruben's pointed out that it's called a hammerlock.
Thanks, Ruben.
Waiheke, have you ever sung along to a wrestler's theme song when you are refereeing?
Not to people have seen, but yes. There was the Cruiser Mates. Rain in Africa, I think the song's called. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
I know the one you're meaning. It's very catchy.
I was sort of standing there doing the whole, just bobbing along to it, just ever so slightly.
Yeah,
and singing in my head. The Willpower one, I have been known to sing along a wee bit to that.
Before it got commercialized, so it's Kanye West one.
Yes, yeah.
No, I love that one too. That was cool, especially as a theme song.
Not to throw a cheap plug, but hashtag and Willpower we trust.
Oh yeah, Riley will love that one. He'll probably, I could see him clipping this one and putting it on his fan page. No, that's cool. Last chance for any questions here, guys. Is there anything you want to kind of leave us on here, John? Any plugs, any words of wisdom, anything you want to
say? First off, from a wrestling fan point of view, thank you to the whole of the New Zealand wrestling scene, right from the fans to promoters, wrestlers, other referees, the staff backstage at shows. Thank you for making this lifetime fan enjoy what he does. And as a referee, I personally never thought I'd get this, I wouldn't say popular, but, people know who I am, whether it be good or bad.
Yeah. I get that. It's the same with me in the basketball community. I'm like, wait, you know me? How?
Yeah. I mean, and as doing security for malls in Christchurch, the the little kids that come up with families to wrestling events and come up and go, "Hey, you're that referee."
Yeah.
You know, it's not something I imagined.
Yes.
Let's put it that way. So it's something special. So from myself to the New Zealand wrestling scene, thank you.
That's awesome. Any plugs? Last minute plugs you want to
do? Stay tuned to Christchurch Wrestling, the 2 promotions. I don't know if you can see my other finger. There you go. Yeah.
Asylum Pro and UCW.
Yeah, Unified and Asylum. We, after everything's all done, we will be up and running again. So stay tuned for some hard hitting, awesome matches. Whether it be what we had originally planned, we have no idea. And I just assume that's like the whole of New Zealand wrestling. Everything's up in the air.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's cool. As Ruben said, thanks for hopping on. It was really fun to listen to. Not just repeating what he's saying, but he took the words right out of my mouth. It was really fun to listen to as the interviewer.
You were kissing me. Sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
No. Song, eh? All you. There we go. Sing. Oh, wait. Come on. There we go. Leave us on a song. There we go.
Oh, no.
You've done it now. You're going to leave us on a song.
Okay. Am I allowed to have playback for one?
Yes, go for it.
Thank you.
Hopefully I don't
I'm going to do the one that apparently I'm world famous for in New Zealand.
Okay.
So those of you who've seen Asylum Pros Boys showing you this every time you've been on a show or wherever you've gone.
Look at this, guys. We're getting a live performance here.
There we go. Josh Turner, sorry, not Josh Groban. So I apologise about that.
You're fine.
And that is the... So those who have seen this video on YouTube, there was a night where I had a few wines and I put the headphones on and just started singing. Unfortunately, it didn't go as well as I planned.
Okay.
But it's my biggest viewed video on my YouTube channel with over 14,000 views. So,
wow.
Yeah, go figure.
And as you sing, I'll put your socials up on the screen.
Thanks. Lock the door and turn the lights down low. Put some music on it soft and slow. Baby, we ain't got no place to go. I hope you understand. I've been thinking about this all day long. Never felt a feeling quite this strong. I can't believe how much it turns me on just to be your man. This happens to be enough my referee's intro music. There's no hurry, don't you worry. We can take our time. Come a little closer, let's go over what I had in mind. Lock the door and turn the lights down low. Put some music on it soft and slow. Baby, we ain't got no place to go. I hope you understand. I've been thinking about this all day long. Never felt a feeling quite this strong. I can't believe how much it turns me on just to be your man. Yeah, we'll leave it there.
Awesome. Sounds good. Oh well, look at that, guys. Even got a live performance out of him. So again, please check out his social medias on the screen here. Thanks for joining in, John. And I will get down to a show that you're refereeing eventually. Don't worry.
That would be awesome. And thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Awesome. Cheers, John.
Cheers, mate.